Just trying to get my screen right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Life Insurance with Jessica. I'm going to try to go live on YouTube and TikTok. Let me just take it down. All right, here we go. We're going to talk about the IUL today. All right, so now I'm live on TikTok and YouTube. And if you have any questions or anything, I'll answer you after because I'm kind of on a time constraint right now. You can always DM me and I will get back to you on any questions you have as I'm teaching the IUL. All right. So I'm going to start in just a second. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a good Friday. All right. Let's see here. So welcome back. If this is your first time here, I'm Jessica Bowen. I'm a licensed life insurance agent and a generational wealth educator. And today we are going deep. I'm talking about the one financial tool that the wealthy have been quietly using for over 100 years to build tax-free wealth. Okay, to protect their families, to create income in retirement, and most everyday people have never even heard of it or done this way. I didn't either until I got into the business, So by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what an IUL is, how it works, and why it beats a 401k in certain situations, and how you can use it to start building real generational wealth for your family starting today. Okay, so stay with me, grab a notebook. This one you're going to send to your whole group chat. Okay, learn what the wealthy do, guys. Information is free. Just saying. Let me start here. Most of us were raised to believe that there are only a few ways to build wealth, right? Get a job, save money, put it in a 401k, maybe buy a house one day, hope for the best, right? Pray maybe Social Security will still be there when we're done. Right? So here's what I've learned as an agent. Wealthy families don't just save money, they position money. You can find it anywhere on the internet, any big wigs that you go see out there. They position their money. I know y'all hear everybody talking about it. Cash, wealth building assets. I know y'all hear people talking about wealth building assets all the time and what the wealthy do to save money. So I'm just starting out as an agent. I'm just starting on my channel. So if you're watching, you're literally going to see me grow in real time because I'm trying to get the good news out there and spread the information about what the wealthy do with life insurance policies and how they build generational wealth. I'm trying to do that for the average person and just get the information out there and set them up with the right people, based on their situation in life. You only got $50. Okay, we can work with that. You only got $20. I'll send you to the right person. You could literally save little now for a lot later. You know what I'm saying? So why not do that? So here's what I've learned as an agent. Most of us were taught that nobody set us down and said, here's how money actually works for the people who have it. That's what I do. That's what this channel is about. And the tool I'm about to show you is the IUL. It's one of the most powerful wealth building vehicles available to regular working families. You don't have to be rich to get one. You just have to know one exists. Okay, so let's get into it. IUL stands for Index Universal Life Insurance. I know it sounds complicated, but it's not. Let me break it down simple for you. Here's how to think about it. An IUL has two parts, right? Part one is the death benefit. Same as a regular life insurance. Your family gets paid when you're gone. That part never changes. Part two is the cash value. This is where it gets good. Every month when you pay your premium, a portion of that money goes into what's called a cash value account. All right, cash value account. Think of it like a savings account inside your policy. Okay, this is how we teach people to be their own banks. Except it doesn't just sit there, right? It grows. And here's the thing that makes an IUL different from everything else. That cash value is linked to a market index, okay? Market index. Usually something like the S&P 500, right? So when the market goes up, your cash value grows with it. But here's the part nobody talks about. When the market goes down, your money doesn't go down with it. There's something called a floor. Most policies have a floor of 0%, meaning the worst year you can have is zero growth. You don't lose money. So you get market linked growth on the upside and protection from loss on the downside. That's the whole game right there. Let me say that again so it lands. You get the market linked growth on the upside and protection from loss on the downside. You can't lose. It's guarantees. Who doesn't want guarantees? Right? That's the whole game right there. So let me say this again so it lands. Your money grows when the market goes up. Your money stays safe when the market goes down. And your family gets a death benefit either way. Okay, so now let me talk about the part that really changes conversation, because this is why wealthy people love this product. It's the taxes. All right, y'all think taxes are going up or down in the future? Right, up or down in the chat. So here's how a 401k works. You put money in before taxes, it grows, and then when you retire and start taking money out, you pay taxes on every single dollar, whatever tax rate exists at that time. And if the government decides to raise taxes, which historically they do, right, you pay more. Here's how an IUL works. You put money in after taxes, it grows tax-free. And when you take money out in retirement, you take it out as a loan against your cash value, tax-free, right? Which means it's not considered taxable income. You pay zero taxes on that money. Zero taxes, right? So let me give you a real example. If you have $1 million in a 401k retirement and the tax rate is 30%, you don't actually have $1 million. You have $700,000 after taxes, maybe less. If you have $1 million in cash value inside an IUL, you access it tax-free. You keep the $1 million, every dollar, right? Now you see why the wealthy families don't just have 401ks, they have IULs too. This is a strategy they never put in the brochure they hand out at your job's HR orientation, right? So here's one more piece that I need you to understand, because a lot of people still think life insurance is only when you die. And that used to be true. Okay. Life insurance, that used to be true, but an IUL changed that. Okay. With an IUL, you can access your cash value while you're still alive for anything, right? Can literally protect you against cancer, stroke, heart attack. You know, who doesn't want that protection? We protect our phones, our watches, everything we got that are electronics. Why not protect your body, right? So you borrow against. So with an IUL, you can access your cash value while you're still alive for anything. So your kids' college tuition, a down payment on a house, starting a business, a medical emergency, a family vacation, literally anything. You borrow against your own cash value. Your policy keeps growing as if you never touched it, and you pay it back on your own terms. No credit check, no bank approval, no hard inquiry on your credit report. You become your own bank. That's the concept wealthy families have used for generations. They call it infinite banking. Being your own banker, using life insurance as a private financial tool, not just a death plan, right? Not just a death plan. And on top of that, most IULs policies today came with living benefit riders. That means if you get diagnosed with a critical illness, a terminal illness, or chronic condition, you can access a portion of your death benefit early while you're alive to pay for treatment, cover your bills, or whatever you need. Your policy works for you in life and for your family in death. That is a wealth tool. Okay. So now I want to be real with you, because I'm not just here to sell you something that doesn't fit. An IUL is a great fit for you if you are between ages 25 and 55, right? The younger you start, the more powerful it becomes. You have steady income and you can commit to doing a monthly premium consistently, right? This is not a product you fund halfway. It works when you fund it right. You want tax-free retirement income, and you've either maxed out your Roth IRA or you don't qualify for one. You want to leave something behind for your kids, a death benefit that creates generational wealth. You're a business owner or self employed, right? And you don't have an employer sponsored retirement plan. If any of those sound like you, this conversation is worth having. Now, an IUL is probably not the right fit if you need pure low cost death benefit only. In that case, term insurance might serve you better. Or if you can't commit to funding it consistently, I would rather tell you that up front than you put in a policy that doesn't serve you, right? You have to be willing to shake hands with these people and say, I'm willing to give you this money, this amount a month, and in 10 years, you will return this amount, right? Because you can get 6 to 12% interest, tax-free money. So you're just shaking hands with these people. So it's up to you to decide if you want to do that. So what does getting started actually look like? Step 1, you book a free consultation. We talk about your family, your goals, your budget, and your timeline. No pressure, no pitch, just a real conversation. Step 2, I run an illustration for you. That's a document that shows you, it literally shows you exactly what it would look like and your policy would perform over time, right? It shows you what your cash value looks like, even in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and what your tax-free income will look like in retirement specifically for you and your situation. Okay, step 3, if it makes sense and you want to move forward, we can complete an application. So it's literally in 3 steps you can find out. If it makes sense and you want to move forward, we complete your application. Depending on the carrier, it could be as simple as a few health questions. Some require a medical exam. I'll walk you through the whole thing. Okay. And step 4 is your policy gets approved and issued. You make your first premium payment, and from that point forward, your money is working for you every single month. The whole process from consultation to approved policy is usually 2 to 4 weeks. And your premium depends on your age, your health, and how much coverage you want. Policies can start as low as $100 a month. The more you put in consistently, the more your cash value grows. All I know, y'all can do it or not. I got 8 years left, 8 years until I can pull that out and open my own business and never have to work for anybody again. Time goes by fast. Worst case scenario, something happens to me, I use the life insurance, or my kids are protected. That's the worst case scenario, right? So why not do it and try something different, y'all? Information is free. Literally, you get on there and you decide. So the whole process from consultation to approved policy is usually 2 to 4 weeks, and your premium depends on your age, your health, and how much coverage you want. Policies can start as low as $100 a month. The more you put in consistently, like I said, the more your cash value grows. So listen, I started this channel because I grew up in a household where nobody talked about money. Still, nobody wants to talk about money. So nobody explained about credit or anything to me, right? So my goal became to find out about finances, find out where money goes, what the words mean, where it grows, so I can put my money there like everybody else is doing. So that's what I did. I went and seeked out a professional agent so that way they can explain it to me. And I loved it so much, I joined them. So nobody explained that there were tools and strategies and vehicles that could change the financial trajectory of my entire family, right? So I had to figure it out on my own. And now that I have, I feel a responsibility to share it. Like, I'm just here to share, to give back to you guys. So you deserve to know this. Your family deserves to know this. So if this video helped you at all, please share it. Send it to your sister, your cousin, your coworker who's always talking about wanting to do better with money. This is the kind of content that actually changes lives when the right person sees it. And if you want to know what an IUL could look like specifically to you and your family, DM me the word ready on Instagram or TikTok, or click the link in the description to book your free consultation directly. I will talk to you personally. We will look at your specific situation together, and we will figure out if this is a fit. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. I'll see you on the next one. And I'm just going to get to here. Thanks, y'all, for being there for my live. I'll be back for more later.